Therapists can issue invoices in 3 ways via MySOAP WeChat mini program: issuing an invoice during the booking process, using existing appointment records, or creating invoices without any appointment. This flexibility allows therapists to handle invoicing efficiently across different service situations. Therapists are required to complete basic configurations before issuing invoices. These include setting the invoice number format and configuring the email address used to send appointment and invoice details. To set up the invoice format under the therapist identity, navigate to My Invoice Setup. Setup. The character identifier allows you to define a general prefix for invoice numbers, which is helpful if you don't need to differentiate invoices by treatment type. The Display YMD button lets you choose whether to include the year, month, and day in the invoice number. With Start Number, you can specify where the invoice numbering begins, for example, beginning from 010. The invoice number shows up and determines whether the invoice number will appear on the invoice itself. Additionally, Use a Stamp option allows you to choose whether to include a signature or seal on the invoice. If you need to set different invoice prefixes based on service type, go to My Profile. Service, click Edit button of the configured service item, and enter the desired prefix in the invoice start character field. In this case, the previously configured general invoice prefix will no longer apply. To set up the email address used to send appointment and invoice notifications under the therapist identity, navigate to My Invoice Setup. Email config. To use the default email address, info@myro.ca, simply enable the public config from option. If you prefer to use your own email account, such as Gmail or Outlook, you can configure it instead. This requires entering details like server, port, and password. For step-by-step instructions, please refer to the help guide available at www.myro.ca. If needed, you can customize the content of the appointment confirmation and invoice emails. Click the Test button. If it shows success, the configuration has been set up correctly. Click Submit to save your settings. If you want to create an invoice from a booking record, start by navigating to the SOAP booking page. Select the appointment you wish to invoice. Switch to the Invoices tab and click Add Invoice to proceed. Invoices created this way the same date as the booking time. The invoicing amount can be adjusted to either include or exclude tax. By default, tax is added on top of the total amount. The modified setting can be saved as the default for this type of service using the Save as Default option. To invoice without an appointment, go to SOAP. Invoice, click plus. Choose location. Client. And service. Invoice date. Defaults to the current date, but can be changed within service date or if there are multiple services, between latest service date and the current date. After entering the service date and duration, click the Match button. The system will automatically search for matching appointments, and users can choose whether to connect them. If no matching appointment is found, the system will automatically generate a virtual appointment corresponding to the invoice's service time once the invoice is issued. Navigate to the SOAP invoice page to check invoices. On this page, you can search for invoices based on fields such as service name, invoice number, customer name, invoice date, total amount, and paid status. Simply click on Details for the corresponding invoice to view its details, or click on Email to dispatch the invoice.